I was actually planning on doing Round Cruci 7 next, but I'll do Spinventor specifically because there's one orb I really wanted to play with. The orb's really good. I'm just taking a refresh perspective. It's so much power, so much power. Not quite the best refresh common relic to start off with, but I mean, that's just because Refilibuster is ridiculous, completely ridiculous. But refresh perspective is insane. It's really good. It's also decent with what I intend to do with it. Definitely something, a passive that I was planning on picking up for the build, but there are definitely passives that I'm more interested in too. For example, a good slime would not go amiss because I plan on using drumroll Generator Orb. Generator Orb is just pretty amazing, and I think it's going to work reasonably well into Area 4. I'm really interested in testing that out. That is why I'm trying it out. It's also just really good in general. You want me to do triple elite, 1 extra chest, 1 extra store. Sign me up, I suppose. Sign me up. 52 gold first fight is fine. Awesome. One other thing I was thinking about recently, and that is how good some boss passives are into Area 4. Because I think, as we saw from last run, I think there are a few that are perhaps a step above the rest. And I think that in particular it's 3. Like, pretty much if you pick this up for Area 4, it just can't go wrong, really. That is, of course, all 3 of the passives that I had last run, which is kind of crazy, because I actually got all 3 of them. But it's Go for Gold, Big Stress for Later, and Tender Cactus. I think all 3 of them are kind of just insane. And they're going to work well basically no matter the build into Area 4, which is pretty interesting, for sure. And then there are some boss passives which unfortunately have basically just useless. They're really just useless now, unfortunately. Unfortunately, they just don't work into Area 4 as well as you'd like, and that's just enough of a reason to like not take them. And even compared to like the 50 gold skip option, I do think Instigator was really good. Especially with Generate Orb. No, I think I'll pass though. 99, not bad. But in particular, one boss passive I really wanted to talk about is Faraday's Fate. But initially it was a cool boss passive, of course. Quite a cool boss passive. Very solid. What was the shot I wanted to try? If I can pull off this, like that's just sick. Yeah, because then I get that right hand bomb, and that right hand bomb's easy to get. It's just I feel like I've done that shot before and just missed it, and that's just unfortunate. Damn, that was a cool shot. Very nice shot there. But Faraday's Fate with the introduction of Area 4 feels just defunct pretty much. Yes, you can always make the argument, there are a lot of passives you can do it for, and also boss passives, of where if it's allowing you to actually get to Area 4 in the first place, then that's still extremely valuable. I am just going to pick up the Echo Orb. I know I'm trying to do Generator Orb stuff, but I shouldn't turn down an Echo Orb. Actually, I'm trying to win after all. Even just one Echo Orb just has good damage, right? And it will just have good damage. But the problem with Faraday's Fate in particular is, like, let's picture this, best case scenario, right? You're picking up Generator Orb just before you get to Area 4, the Area 3 boss, and magically you don't have a multiple boss relic by now, which is definitely unfortunate, but at long last you've found the Faraday's Fate. I really want to get this bounce. Awesome! It's such a useful bounce to be able to hit there. Very, very nice, especially since I have Refresh Perspective incoming. And you get Faraday's Fate, and then you enter Area 4, and you... Honestly, you're going to spend like all of your charges on that first fight, aren't you? Like, isn't that just like a very easy fight to just stay on that map for forever? You're going to burn like, I think, conservatively I could say like 40. Like you could burn up to 40 Faraday's Fate charges in that first fight alone. And the elite fight's also pretty decent, and then the final stage of the boss fight you can also get a lot. Am I really going to... You know what, I really am. Simply. Leaf is just so good, as I said, it's just so good. Like, if I can get Knife Turtle again, then, man, I'm just in an insane spot, aren't I? Great Navigation Inflation, agreed there. Oh my god. Look, I'm really happy with Fresh Bandana too. But man, I really wanted Refilibuster, and Basic Blade would have been so bad there. Just because the other 2 options were so insane. But I'm fine not to have the Refilibuster. Realistically, especially with the Echo Orb, right? It would just be fine. And Fresh Bandana is extremely good. I'm not complaining to have a Fresh Bandana, but I will be complaining the second I hit that Lethros later, right? But until that point, it's definitely pretty solid. Talk about pretty damn solid. Oh my god. Man, Echo is just It's such an insane orb. It's just so crazy, isn't it? Really. Good stuff. But yeah, I think Spheroday's Fate should be changed, because a boss passive that is just useless into Area 4, I feel like shouldn't really be something that exists. When I say useless into Area 4, sorry, what I mean is if you pick it up, in the best case scenario, it's still just useless into Area 4, apart from getting you the tempo you need to get into Area 4 in the first place. Since of course, if you are in Area 4, if you pick it up in Area 1 or 2, it gets you to Area 4, that's nice. But if you're bringing it into Area 4, it's just doing nothing for you in the boss fight pretty much, is what I'm expecting. I may of course be mistaken, but I don't really think I will am. Nice damage there, didn't get the Rainbow Slime kill of course, but that is fine. Crits also refresh is nice, but I'm having trouble turning down Intentional Elbow. It just gives me infinity health to work with. It really does. I do need to think about Resistance Knight as well. He is terrifying after all. Bad Cheese, an amazing relic that I definitely intend to use. I do want to test out Cheese versus the boss, but I feel like that's going to need a lot of max health. Quite a bit. But yeah, so what I was thinking for Spheroday's Fate is instead of having it cap out at 100 charges, you have it cap out at like 20 per fight. That way you're still getting really good use out of it. It's about on par with the other multiple boss relics, but not as like noticeably bad as I feel like it currently probably is. Again, I have to say probably because I haven't actually used it. I try and set myself up for success. Now, I'm afraid that means probably not testing out things like just how bad I think Spheroday's Fate is. That's one of the nice things about stuff like Bad Cookie though. It can always just be a breakpoint, and it was quite literally just a breakpoint right there. Alright, let's get all of this beautiful damage. What's going to be amazing. Echob is just pretty good. Pretty damn insane. No surprises there. If I could stay in there, I can get so much damage thanks to the refresh perspective. If I could bounce onto this refresh, I could again get so much damage thanks to the refresh perspective. But that'll just have to do. The best foot forward is something I'm actually really seriously interested in because I do not want to get murdered by Resistance Knight. Spooky, scary Haglon's hat. You know what? I don't have enough greed. I don't. Yo, that is a lot more gold added to the right hand side of the board than I would have liked. But if it means I get plus 28 gold, I guess I'm fine with that. Ball lightning. Some very cool stuff here, isn't there? Oh, I can buy everything here. I haven't seen a generator yet, which is interesting. Very cool stuff here, I suppose. I mean, like that just seems fine. 10 gold for a ball lightning. I think I'll pass. Again, I am, of course, quite scared of Resistance Knight, but not scared enough to the point where I feel like I need to pick up an orb. It's just that I think it would be highly recommended if I did. But now we have Healing. We have Salt Shaker, which I think is actually a really good relic now. And we have some decent upgrades flying around, which I do like quite a bit because I kind of really wanted to do Generator upgrading into the final boss. Now I don't have the one passive that I was really on the lookout for, but I have two up passives which are definitely very decent. I also just have a good build for... This is also something I wanted to see. Can I take Memorb into the final... You know what? I may not be able to hit Generator, but this sets me up for Resistance Knight, and I really want to see just how good Memorb can be into the final boss fight. I feel like surely that's just not a thing, right? Like surely not. But also I just really want to try it out, so let's try it out, shall we? I'm perfectly fine to... Oh my god. If you can lose the health while navigating, Spooky Scary Haglon's Hat plus Navigation Inflation is just like guaranteed money, which is pretty sick. Actually really awesome. Boom, and then I think that should not be fine. Missed the bomb apparently. It's fine by me. Mid-train is just really good. So I'm just going for as much multi-ball as possible now. Yeah, Navigation Inflation Spooky is actually way stronger than I initially expected. It's very cool. I already have the targeting orb I care about. Let's go Memorb, let's go. The reason why I like Memorb as well is just like, it's a 5/10 at the final level? Oh, it is a 5/10 at the final level, it's just not showing Spinventor functionality benefits. Which is kind of sick. I do think Rubber's Orb, Generator Wizards. I'll pick up the Rubber's Orb as well, fine, why not? in theory, I should kind of just have the gold to just mess around a bit, so I get to use some orbs that I would otherwise not use, and I like the sound of that. Realistically though, the best possible deck that I was trying to set up was just summoning circles into generator, but oh my god, plus 44 gold there. Man, I have been talking about how I really don't think Spooky Scary is that good. Been working out very well. I'm actually very, very impressed with it. Very pleased. Talk about very pleased. Mamma mia. I just really love setting up my Echo for success, don't they? Afraid, my friend, but oof, just a lot of damage. And I have fresh bandana, so hitting a refresh is only too easy. I get to go boom into... oh, doesn't actually work out that well. Like, sure, I get the targeting shot there, but I do give him the free hit on me, which is perfectly fine. But yeah, definitely mildly scared of Resistance Knight, and it's definitely a much more fine fight than it would normally be currently, which is nice. Are we just getting the tree kill? I'll take it. I will take it. 67 gold. The nice thing about these boss fights, you just get so much gold. I'm so happy to just take another boss fight right now. Like, you want to give one to me? I'll do it. I really wanted multiple. Any form of multiple would have done. Not very speed though. Viridian Trinket, Heavy Hand. I do think Viridian Trinket just sucks into Area 4. I really don't want to take it, especially with a build like this. Since, as we know, Viridian Trinket plus Bouncy is generally not the best. Although I haven't tested Viridian Trinket with lower levels of bounciness. Because of course Rubble is extremely bouncy. Heavy Hand, Electro Pegnet. I really wish that it was also magnetized towards the big pegs. That would be really nice. But I do think this is either just Heavy Hand or Skip, and I'm perfectly fine with that. No availability, so we get a free remove on the Splatter, and that's it. No treasure nodes, and matching Pebble. So I'll just take this. Perfectly fine with this. Free removal is just great value. Like, I'll be going left. I get insane damage on the first shot. I get to follow through with an incredible Echo. And just looking pretty solid, isn't it? I like the sound of this quite a bit. I do need to navigate to the... ooh. I have Excellent Greed, but I don't actually have a good amount of gold yet. So, I guess the choice is pretty simple. Do I have another store later? No. 2 elites, 1 store. That's fine. Definitely fine. Hopefully I can find the generator that I'm looking for. Although, no generators at this point in time, no multiple boss passive. Does kind of make me want to play generator a lot less, but I take back everything I just said because I have found a summoning circle. Oh no, I need to remove an orb, whatever will I do? If I have to add another orb to my deck, then oh no, I guess I lose the Rubber's orb. If I've got summoning circle, I'm perfectly fine to lose Rubber's orb. It is just something I'm perfectly fine to lose. Alright, Heavy Hand should just be good. Should just be solid. I will go for a big second hit, sure. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. Either way, I will have time to regen. I'm kind of fine with it. I shouldn't have been fine with it, it's absolutely trolling, but I just wanted to mess around. It gives me some more spooky, scary Haggling Sack gold as well. And I don't hate the sound of that, do I? But definitely, considering the fact that I only have 1 source of healing, it is a pretty interesting play. Let's call it for sure. Alleviation is very nice. Really just not too worried, am I? Chuck an upgrade there. Let's be on the safe side, because currently my AoE is pretty... it's very good, but it can get unfortunate very fast. Being said, well, would you look at this first shot? Ah, well that's just mighty fine. Absolutely lovely to see, isn't it? Kablamo, kablamo, and then not so kablamo, but that's fine. It is still dense after all, and dense can find a lot of damage. It can find a lot of damage. Simple as that. Last sector, that is the best piece of the assemble. Again, I should just be able to do that. Man, getting the free removal on the splatter was just so nice. Means that I can just simply shoot. For example, I actually have a good feeling about the memo this run, I actually do. It means that I can shoot, for example, just Summoning Circle onto Echo, which as we know, Summoning Circle onto Echo means you have an Echo next shot as well, which is just crazy. Big part of the reason why both Summoning Circle and Echoes are just ridiculous. Talk about ridiculous. Damn, that's good damage. Good damage indeed. Let's go grab some gold, shall we? I guess it also deals good damage, doesn't it? 134 ain't too shabby, especially when I get to echo it. Alright, awesome stuff. I accept. Could have been better. Second air corp is definitely the best way to empower my deck, so I'll add it, but only one. Doesn't mean I'll lose the rubber result, which I'm fine with, as I said. Just fine with getting rid of this orb from my deck when we get to consider the fact that 25 gold for a remove is a bargain. I just take insane healing because it's insane healing and I have, yeah, I have spooky. Does make me want to lose a lot of health, doesn't it? Tonka Pie is a shame to turn down, but for the greater good. 256, not bad. Like, yeah, I'm just taking removals for 25 gold. Just fine. How are we feeling? Is this dense? No, it's not dense. Getting both of my echoes immediately is just very unfortunate. There's just no reason to shoot either, is there? Yeah, whatever. Did kind of want to see what this could do, but realistically there was just no reason. Should have just discarded and shot one bad orb instead. Fine. These guys are delayed now after all, so I can still just claim a kill on him because Memo is just dealing a lot of damage apparently. Awesome to see, really awesome to see, because honestly, I definitely had doubts about Memo, but it has a ton. I missed up that shot? Oh no. That's unfortunate, actually. Oh, actually, you know what? It's not unfortunate. I'm just trying to get more gold from my passive. That's all I'm trying to do. Yep. Definitely. Alright, bad cheese. So close. Yet so far. If only I'd hit one more bomb me. Looks dense. Yeah, this looks dense. There we go. Just take care of you, shall we? No blammo. Honestly, the temptation to add the rubble to my deck is pretty high. Alright, really good greed there. Just getting so much gold. That was very poor greed. But at least I have a lot of gold to work with, eh? Oh, still no generator. Okay. I really did want to test it out, but I guess that is just not going to be the case. I do want to remove a pebble from my deck quite badly. And I feel sure kind of wish I had that second store roundabout now, because these options are just not really what I'm looking for. I'm fine with my AoE powers. I really don't feel the need to improve them. Sure, if I get double echo immediately, that sucks because my echoes don't have damage. Technically, I should just buy stuff the sling. I will, but I definitely won't be healing. And unless I get bomb combo, I just don't want to bring Bomb Baton into area 4. Although the final boss fight doesn't really matter all that much, does it? Because you have the immediate map, which means you're not actually losing bombs on the map that matters. Oh no, whatever will I do? Right, so to get the best split possible, I'm just going to do something like this, and it's going to perform pretty well. No matter how well it performs, it just doesn't matter because next shot's just going to tidy everything up for me, and yeah, being able to just do that is pretty sick, especially since my boss passive didn't actually contribute to that whatsoever. That's just a me thing. 82 health, the healing is incredible, and I chose not to upgrade my Echo there simply because I forgot. It's definitely an upgrade that I do want done very soon though. Just need to get to this elite. Critical Equilibrium, 1 extra crit on the board AK, which is fine. Definitely fine. Alright, awesome. Let's just do this, shall we? Because I actually think that it can kill the mirror in one hit. If it can, that's just cool. Oh, didn't really get too much damage there, did it? Oh well. Well, I choose to simply shoot my Echo then. I think my Echo will be able to handle things here. Magic. Afraid that Echo is just really good. It's definitely one of the best strategies to use into Area 4. Maybe that was a misplay because now I can't dupe the summoning circle through that one specific event. I know, such a terrible misplay. But I do think playing for that event might actually matter. Did I mention my Faraday's Fate change? Where it's capped per battle? Because there are some battles where you just lose all of your Faraday's Fate charges just before you get to any important fight, and that just feels pretty bad. And you still get a lot of value out of Faraday's Fate this way. Which is nice because I feel like Faraday's Fate unfortunately is just not all too interesting currently with how Area 4 works. Really good greed. Oh my god, plus 50 gold. That is just plus a passive's worth. And I'm literally losing health that I couldn't care less about. Just amazing. Alright, this is the scary fight. Hello, how are you going, Mr. Resistance Knight? I'm afraid I choose not to cycle you. I will take one hit from you. And that's just perfectly fine. Luckily I did add the memo to my deck. You know, I'm not getting extremely punished for this. Yeah, plus 73 damage already with no multi-ball to speak of from boss passives. But I do have Summoning Circle, which as we know is just insane. Yep, bye-bye. Good enough for me. Insert maneuver. Well, considering the fact that I'm probably just using the same old classic Echo comp into the boss, yeah, I think Pincer maneuver sounds insane. Talk about sounds insane. Plus 40 gold already. Bad, eh, Chief? Oh, only 48. Should have aimed into a fire a whole bunch there. You know what? I refuse. Let's give him turns. Oh, damn, I missed the crit. I guess the Echo getting the kill immediately is actually just possible. Whatever. I'll be killing him extremely fast. It is extremely nice to have Pincer Maneuver for Area 4 though. Like, it feels like I already can't lose, even if I don't pick up good boss passives. Which, as I said, we know the boss passives I'm looking for. Especially when I have Leaf Thrust for later, right? Especially when I have Leaf Thrust for later. But I don't really think they're going to be that necessary. Because the reason why I think Leaf Thrust for later is just so insane now is it's just, you're just so guaranteed to get the refresh high roll. And even if you don't... No, here's the thing. Even if you don't, that's just simply not an option. You're just going to get the refresh high roll. You know what I mean? If we get a fight that gives us more gold, that would be kind of sick, but also I kind of have 414 gold, so I kind of don't really need it too. I wouldn't hate that. So plus 234 damage. Just got good base damage as well, you know? Like, that is just nice. Oh, you know what? One boss passive that I can pick up, which is just, like, insane. One that's got a Wrath. Would be pretty sick. Just double damage for free, and like, sure, I'm relying on Cookie for healing then, because Tensional Herbo plus Popping Coin is basically directly fully negating it. Damn, I really wanted to pick up an Orb here just to get... Wait, I don't have another move I want, I just want the Pebbles gone. Oh well. And the Cactus is really good. However... Echo, which makes me question things. Focused Blast and Safety Pegulations both decrease Rigged Bomb damage by quite a bit, which does sound kind of tempting. As I said, playing for Echo here is probably just the wisest, and Echo, as we know, does not interact too well with the Cactus. Maybe I can get out of the Echo game plan and switch to a full Generator or Potion Vault game plan. That would actually work really well with the setup I have. I might just be asking for a bit too much though. Damn. I really wanted boss passives that give me multi-ball. It became less necessary when I wasn't doing the Generator game plan, but I still would have loved it. Obviously the 50 gold skip option is just useless, but I feel like the other options are just more useless. Just like, sure, Focus Blast is better into the Area 4 boss than Safety Pegulations, but... Oh man. I just don't really want Tender Cactus is the problem here. I'm fine to just do Echo stuff. Guess I'll just take the new Focus Blast, test it out. 2 relics each time, Orbit's Nightmare. I'm fine to take Orbit's Nightmare here. This gives me a little bit of extra gold. I don't have bomb combo, so I don't need to worry about potentially losing the chest. Double store is exactly what I was hoping for. 2 more removes, that just puts me in a good spot. So I haven't hit any multiple boss relics, so in a perfect world, unfortunately when I'm in the Area 4 store, I should just be... I do no damage. I should just be removing the Memo from my deck, because apparently that was a gambit that just did not work out. I just sound like I don't know damage. Tad confused there. Did they change the damage? I didn't think their damage was that low. Do they really need my circle to actually deal damage when I have intentional overload? Not know that was the case. Yep, we're kind of just slapping with the circle a whole bunch. Unfortunately, that's like all we've got going for us, but fortunately that is just enough. Like, that is just a pretty insane game plan. The reason why I keep recommending it. So you're trying to compare one store with chest and an elite. I'm going to be honest, that is definitely pretty close. I do still think I need the removal though as well, in particular. I think I know which one I'll be taking. But yeah, really not too pleased with our boss passive so far. I'm actually rather disappointed with me. Like I said, I think we'll still do just fine. This might be the first time I'm ever walking into Area 4 with no max health increases. Got the early Salt Shaker, and I did just turn down that Restore, but you found anything else? Realistically, at this stage, what I should probably do is just accept that I'm taking the triple remove option in Area 4. build a good deck through those means and pick up the Restore there. Just to farm myself like a little bit more max HP, buy myself a little bit more time, because once my Echo has scaled up, there's absolutely nothing stopping me. So as long as my Echo can scale up, then I'm just fine. But I chose not to. Realistically, there are still cooler game plans I can assemble, and that's just like guaranteeing the win. I feel like my win's already guaranteed, and I feel like I'd rather test limits, you know what I mean? We don't take damage from rig bombs. We were not taking damage from rig bombs. How much damage do they deal again? Like 3 self-damage. We not have the crucible level active that increases the damage. I see. Oh, that's pretty neat. So we just take 0 damage from rig bombs, and I'm sharing a collateral damage right here. I don't know, man. It does seem kind of solid, doesn't it? But how much damage do they deal? 200 damage times 4. 800 damage per bomb. I don't have recon. I do think this passive is not very good, but obviously it is better into the area 4 boss than most ways of increasing bomb damage. I do think that maybe you could actually get somewhere with all of the relics that increase bomb damage. That does sound pretty cool. I don't think I should try for that now. I think it's just wiser if I just continue with the echo stuff I'm doing. I mean, obviously it is. Good, so we did get a Mimic. I don't have Ambidextrony yet, and these 2 pebbles are pretty annoying as it turns out. Now, as I said before, I do think Orbit's Nightmare is actually rather rough, and if you can't handle it, you really can't afford to take it. I think we probably can handle it. Obviously getting Summoning Circle last with delayed Echorbs is kind of the worst case scenario, especially with a Forced Pebble shot. But we also are just melting through his health, and when he's melting through our health, we're getting gold. And honestly, I do kind of just prefer that. I keep not paying attention to how my navigation is. How my shot. But we should just be able to pull out solid shots from here, right? Rating is decent enough. 430 is fine. Fine. Boom, boom. And what's the 210? 210's not bad. Like, I was really interested in checking out Memorb in the final area. Get really good damage on Memorb, that's the thing. Just loving how much gold we're generating, it's so fun. These are good. Actually really good with navigation inflation, but like everything's good with navigation inflation. Not much of a shock. Oh, we did a very good job of losing health there. Owl Glove, Ring of Pain, Wool Chicken. Wool Chicken is, as always, it's just going to be the best choice here. I'll just take it, fine, sure. Like Area 4 just says, yep, you're on a timer, and that timer is just your max health. So increasing your max health, especially when you've got like Popping Corn, Intentional Oboe, that kind of lovely nonsense, is just really good all the time, just all of the time. That being said though, Power Glove was very fun there. It's also pretty solid. I would have enjoyed picking it up, that's for sure. Let's try this out. It is the dent shot, and it did fine. Refresh, thank you. Just tearing them apart slowly with air orbs. That's all I need to do, really. Still haven't found anything to make the air orbs truly ridiculous, but I don't really need them to be truly ridiculous either. They are just fine as is, like they're just tearing through enemies. Which is lovely to witness. But I really did want to test out Generate Orb. Kind of a shame, but you absolutely cannot expect to find everything you want to expect. That's fine. Awesome. That's the next run I was going to do round roll. As I said, I was going to do round roll this run, but I decided I really, really want to do Generate Orb stuff. Unfortunately, even if I decided to do that, the game did not decide to do that, so no luck, eh? But that's not to say that I won't try again sometime, eh? Boom. Awesome, I just really wanted to go to the right. It's 28 gold for doing so as well, don't mind if I do. Really wish that I'd gotten at least one store earlier on, just because I have a few too many bad orbs in my deck. By a few too many, I mean... Now, the memo is fine. It's definitely fine. Especially for now. It just, it's also not Summoning Circle or Echo. That being said though, my damage is poor. Like, my base damage on my Echoes is very poor. And realistically, I was expecting that kind of boss passes or scaling would augment it so far, but that hasn't really happened yet. Sure that it will happen, but it might end up just being scaling in the form of upgrading, which is perfectly fine. that's fine. 103 gold, by the way. Awesome. I really, really wanted another one of these fellas. We're back up at full health as well. So ready to take them on, aren't we? Well. It's just so nice being able to take Orbit's Nightmare and just getting the extra elite fights, getting the extra elite rewards, and we can just handle them. Like, yeah, is the Berserker and Bulwark actually rather annoying to deal with, and is he taking pretty impressive chunks out of my health? Absolutely. But we are just, oh my, mildly unfortunate. It looks like I'll be getting more gold than I expected for this map. I really do think that a big part of why it's actually working so well this run is purely just navigation inflation, which absolutely does not shock me, by the way. But I must admit, Spooky Scary Hackons has seriously overperformed compared to what I expected of it this run. Also, what the hell is up with my refreshes, eh? They're just disappearing. Let's try that again. Oh my, that missed. Wow. It looks like I'm getting so much more gold than what I expected, eh? Oh my god. I need to pay more attention to when it's being dense and when it's not. So I had dense last shot. Oh. You can get dense 2 shots in a row with the Summoning Circle. That confused me before. I was wondering how I got dense 2 shots in a row. But because the way it considers things, Summoning Circle can actually break the chain. Which also means that Summoning Circle can get not dense 2 shots in a row. Which is interesting. Let's finish things up here, shall we? I think I've collected enough gold from Spooky Scary now. And let's just get that kill, shall we? Potion Vault. Beautiful. I do love a good Potion Vault. I was expecting to have to remove an orb for a moment there. Puppet, Amulet, Counterfeit, Crits. Seems fine. We get your crits also refreshed. That would be really cool because our refreshing power is not the best. And it's just a nice passive after all. Alright, no good slime. It's something I was definitely on the lookout for. Not really a lot of stuff that I was actually looking for. We really don't want a bad slime here, that's just not something we're going for. Balm is always amazing, but we just shouldn't need it. It does boost our max HP, which is kind of cool, but we just shouldn't need it. Don't need the healing, don't need the max HP, realistically. Alright, let's just fine with whatever happens, I suppose. Not really the best match for us. I guess we do have Pincer Maneuver, which is just extremely nice to try and deal with this boss. But usually I would expect that it's just our pinging capabilities. I have Ambi. Dealing with this boss more so. Thought I had Ambi, so let's finish you off there, shall we? Cool stuff, and then we'll do that. Not quite. Memo immediately, at least has good damage. More than we can say for the Egobs in our deck, eh? 483. Mildly unfortunate here, but I'm fine to take the hit. Yeah, I'm sure that I'll be able to heal things up, or maybe not. I forgot our puppets actually have really good damage, don't they? Very solid damage. I'm sure we'll be able to heal up. It is squares though, that is actually mildly scary, you know. And I really don't need my gold, but also I'm not a coward, so... Oh my god, I'm just loving this. Navigation Inflation plus Spooky has just given me so much gold this run. And it's just sick. So Collateral would have been amazing. Talk about would have been amazing. This is all just decent stuff, right? Grabby Hand for squares. Fraction React. My. Really decent stuff. I swear I still have not seen a generator of this run. I might be mistaken because I was kind of not paying attention to it for a very long time. But I honestly think I haven't. Again, Shock Absorber is probably still just the correct play. It's funny. Alright, Memorb. Got the targeting correct. Once the targeting is correct, eh? Alright, please if you'll be so kind as to... It could have been a lot better, for sure. Would have been a lot better. But we have some damage reduction slimes on the board now, and I'm sure that this Echo shot will be pretty interesting. I'm sure that it'll be able to get a lot of damage. Having damage increase on the top guys, thanks to Grabby Hand, is pretty cool. If the bombs are targeted, that is something as well. 662, fine with that. Simply just fine with it. I guess I'll just aim for the refresh. Oh my god, I missed shot, but things work out, eh? I don't want to leave the potion book in my deck. Not certain because I kind of want to shoot it off of Summoning Circle. I guess I'll just shoot it. Here we go. Oh my god, I missed the shot. I was over eager. I just wanted to shoot a potion bolt, man. It's the first real potion bolt shot of this run. And, oh, yep, average potion bolt shot there. Average potion bolt shot. Awesome. Oh, nice echoes. Would have expected no less. So realistically, if I did want to make a proper deck right now, what I do is I just replace this memo with a rubble, and then I've got a pretty ridiculous deck. I imagine that'll just be a really good path for Spinventor to take to beat Area 4. Especially with ambidextrony. It's just kind of unlosable, is my guess. I think that is probably just really accurate, and would you look at that, it's right there. It's asking for it, and honestly, I'll wait because I can get it in the store for not any cheaper. Actually, it's not cheaper. It's slightly cheaper. But more importantly, I can see what this boss passive is and then decide afterwards whether or not I want to change things up. I want to change things up, man. Yeah, wow, okay. I was talking about the 3 boss passes that I thought were the strongest and like instant pickups. Not only did I get none of them, but I got not a single multiple boss relic, which yeah, that sucks. Luckily, you know, like this is actually really good here, but there are a lot of boss passes that were also really good there. And removing a refresh from the board so that my refresher course is scaling me less, that is so slow, is also just not ideal. So let's see how much upgrading we can get going. I only have 1 refresh on the board, which is, it doesn't make me happy, but realistically, my Echo Orbs having +5 crit damage is just a pretty big deal. Yeah, no, this just doesn't make me happy. Where are my refreshes? I want them back. Oh god, they're also really hard to get to. Miserable. So, rubble, here we come. Seriously. I just don't want to deal with this. Do I have refresh shield? No, but the refresh is moving. Fun. Of course the summoning circle is last. I was trying to put it anywhere but last. It looks like... moving at different speeds, so it's just hard to judge properly. There we go. I was going to say, it looks like I can actually aim for it. I really don't want to lose any max health in this fight, but my inability to hit a crit here does look like it is going to cause pain, so intentional oboe. Right. It is kind of crazy just how bad our boss relics have been this run. Honestly, just kind of crazy. But that's what I mean, crit damage on those guys is just such a huge deal. Now realistically, I really just need to hit a crit here. Simple as that. Simple as that. Okay, yeah, intentional oboe is just one of the strongest, if not, like, it's just ridiculous how strong it is currently. The fact that you don't lose max health in this boss fight is very sick. In this fight, sorry. It's a boss fight because any fight is really scary if it is going to reduce your max HP permanently for the rest of the run, you know? And that is precisely what it's doing. Technically more air orbs is not the most ideal, but it's actually just also fine. Specifically because just 1 less reload is fine. 158 gold, not the most to work with to be fair. So I have 2 removals I want technically, but I'm fine-ish to keep... oh wait, I only have 1 removal I want. Awesome. Well, I really wanted some specific rare relics that would have been really sick. So let's just go for them. Yeah, I didn't get them. Also, can you imagine how good last round would have been if I had Peglin pendant? Like, man. Okay, a buff which I was thinking about, which does sound kind of cool, but is also potentially too strong. Ask me anything versus intangible. I'm just saying, intangible is basically a resistance. But we will just take Slimy Salve here. That just gives us more than enough healing. We really don't need it, but just fine, I suppose. Aliens of Rock. I mean, that's meant to make Memorb look mildly cool, right? But unfortunately, there just is no value to be had there. Alright, so if I buy this lovely thing, 60 gold, 30 gold. Which of course is 30 gold cheaper than it should be, but I will still be buying it. Knife Turtle, I guess technically it's worth it, right? But yeah, oh wait, no rubble. That's interesting. I don't really care about Round Guard unless it prevents you from losing the max HP on reload, which I'm not sure. I do actually kind of like the... no, the rubble is so cheap. I have enough gold for the rubble. It's literally just 80... wait, no, I have collusion. It's literally just 25, 25, 25 for the rubble. So maxing it out is already done. I already have the gold for that. So I'm just going to buy 2 of these, and I don't really care for ambiguous. I don't have multiple. If I had better sources of multiple, I would care about it more. The only multiple I have is actually Summoning Circle. So I think just I've settled just to potentially get Egg Bag. But it's also refresh. There's some other stuff. And just take IF total for the upgrading, sure. Probably just better. Now technically I could get 2 orbs here that I'd like. That is a possibility, you know, it's definitely a possibility. I'm not expecting that to happen. Honestly, at this stage, even something as simple as Shuffle Pot, I would take that. I would take that. It was like, wow. My refreshing capabilities are very poor. It was a good boss passive for this one scenario. I'm afraid that for this one scenario, still doesn't make me happy to pick it up, and I really would have preferred to find a lot of other things. I would really love to negate the downside of this boss passive, because the downside is pretty steep. Luckily we do have pincer maneuver for this fight, so the second I get that lined up, you'll just be able to get pretty good damage, and from there, obviously, we know how Echorbs work. I don't like losing max HP though. Now I just get to shoot at every single shot. And we're currently at 1500 damage, not bad. And that's just going up each time. We don't have any multipliers to add onto it though. It's kind of sad. Definitely would love them. Really want this black hole guy gone though. Actually losing max HP does not make me happy. Sorry, the Soulfire guy gone, not the black hole guy. Black hole guy is my best friend because he can prevent the Soulfire guy from damaging me. Oh wow, I'm actually kind of going equal with them, which is crazy. I'm not to worry because there we go. The one that I was mainly scared of just died there, so I'm now perfectly happy and these guys are perfectly dead. Not all of them, mind you, but enough of them to where I really don't care. Oh, also another thing to point out. I believe that when I did the Observer's Eye run, I was talking about... Alright, there was the rubble as I mentioned, like, it's just nice. I don't really... I kind of do want another poke. I care about it more than that. Max HP, I also get 3 max HP. So it's actually just 2 max HP difference. I'll come back to the Observer's Eye thing. I kind of just want it, simply. It's just fun. It's just good upgrading, good nonsense. I'm here for that. Cool, grinding monster at this stage. Smoke mod, dupe station. Wow. I'm very impressed with the level of multi-ball we've got this run. But I'm definitely very impressed with the greed. Now, I really wasn't expecting Spooky to step up this much. But combined with the navigation inflation, I'm impressed. Done well. Done well for itself. So I will just shoot the potion bolts and then we'll get to the late game, shall we? Since this is an Echo deck, it is basically just all about that late game. Let's try and boost up the intangible as much as we can. 12k is not the most impressive. I would love to get it a little bit higher. All the way up to 16k. Acceptable. Perhaps a tiny bit more. 17? Do we have an 18? Do we have an 18? Question. Do you think this is probably just... Oh my god, it's... I hate that so much. I'm just not paying attention to the fact that it's dense, which means Unicorn Horn is unfortunately lying to me and that's just not helpful. We do not have an 18k. I'm fine with that. Alright, so let's shoot Summoning Circle into Robo any day now. And then from then on, I will just be echoing for 34k damage per turn. Sounds pretty fine, doesn't it? Awesome. Thank you for exactly what I asked for, and now let's... Robo is really good into this fight. I did not manage to solve the refreshing problem, by the way, which is just crazy. But it looks like we will just be able to shoot exactly what I wanted this run. And to be fair, having bad refreshing capabilities is kind of nice for this. Kind of nice. 5. Seemed more likely, but why was it so much more before? But specifically one of the nice things about having bad refreshing capabilities is popping these pegs has never been easier, right? There's just no pegs on the board, you know? And as it just so happens, for this comp specifically 11. Yeah, so 5 to 11. It's a pretty noticeable difference, eh? For this comp specifically, I really don't care about hitting my pegs. I really don't. I didn't want to go on that fire though. That being said, you know, like if you did want to give it to me sooner rather than later, that would be cool as well. So I will just go for that, yep. Boom, boom. Alright, now hopefully Summoning Circle. This is why I was fine to do it now, because hopefully Summoning Circle can just, oh my god, dense. Yep, can just pop the pegs nonetheless. Yep, awesome. Oh yep, our echo damage is ramping up there. We are getting there. But yeah, the max health drain for the Observer's Eye previously when I was using the Observer's Eye, getting confused as to why I was dealing 15, because 15 was a lot higher than I dealt with before. And I was trying to attribute it to like black holes and stuff and sulfides. Not sure if that's correct or incorrect, because 15 is still higher than I've ever seen before. But the Circle Peg is definitely changing it. That's one thing I'm seeing for sure. Because as I said when it happened previously, good damage, but I'm still not stacked up as high as I would have liked. Like, the Echo build is really good, but I've just missed on my boss passives, and that's just put me in a very poor position. The fact that I only have one refresh on the board is just crazy. I've been picking up all the multiple sources I've seen. Still just not working out as well as I would have liked. Despite that though, we are definitely rocking up damage, and hopefully that's enough, eh? Really not sure if it is going to be though. But it is definitely noticeable hits every time it's happening. That's nice. Ooh. I would like the Black Hole Peg pop. I also want the Intangible one popped. It's not necessary though, it's just nice to have it popped. Alright, the Molia tap is tapping away. He does have the lifelink one, so technically we'd be aiming over there. We want to get that Circle one pops too, but absolutely can't shoot that Summoning Circle, can we? Just extremely unhelpful for us. We need to not try and shoot that. I think this was dense, awesome. Was an easy refresh to hit, maybe I should have just taken it. Where's the refresh now? You know what, I will just take it. A Black Hole Peg pop, shall we? Thank you. Awesome stuff. Yeah, 11. I couldn't pop the Circle Peg in time, so he is just slapping for 11. Popping the Circle one is really important. Black Hole one is definitely really important, so you're not losing the shots that go up the top. Poof! He hits hard. I'm generating gold from it, which is nice, but he does hit hard. I am Ecorb scaled up, but the fact that that was basically all that was going for me this run is really bad news. It's not what you want at all. That was a really good shot, and then you pop the Black Hole Peg. You at least got some pops, eh? 9k per hit. Damn. I missed out on a Summoning Circle again. That is so unfortunate. Not being able to shoot Summoning Circle here. No, that's annoying. But at least my damage is climbing. That was just a good shot. Gaining damage. I'm just losing max health faster than I think I would like. But here's the thing about Echo comps. As I said, I think that bringing Echo comps into Area 4 is just a really wise idea. But we just did not find the scaling that I wanted for the Echo to make it scale fast. But I think I'll go for a shot like this. I just need to be hitting the Black Hole Peg, I need to be hitting the Circle Peg, there's just a lot of stuff I need to be hitting here. Nice. Oh my god, it's still up. I just can't shoot up while it's up, but at least I'm not having all of my max HP lost. It's just such a decreased amount when the Circle Peg is popped here. We are getting 10k per hit, not quite up to the max value that we can get to, which I would enjoy. Being at the 17k damage that... Okay. We've lost half our max HP, and if this is the half point of the fight, technically this is favouring me. But is it the halfway point of the fight? And can I pop this Circle Peg before the next time he drains me? Right, I can. And the fires do absolutely nothing. Oh, again with the bad Summoning Circle. Oh. I have 2 bad hits in my deck for Summoning Circle, and 3 good ones. Fine odds. I haven't been getting unlucky or lucky, I think. Would love to see the Black Hole Peg gone. Oh damn. He just generates so much now. At least it's only a 5 health drain. Looks like the Echo is getting there. Way closer than it needed to be. Had I have total for the second boss relic options too as well. The Circle one is definitely way more important to hit than I thought. Just because decreasing that drain is just so important. It's just so important. I just can't be losing that health. Oh, I missed again. That's really unfortunate because my health is dropping massively. Whenever he does his multi-sword stab. Multi-sword stab even. But it does look like... I mean, yeah, like we've just scaled, right? We have the damage we need. We had Round Guard. Yeah, okay. Nice. Should just be a lot of damage and we popped them. Nice. Circle Peg got popped. So, 17k, 2 more shots now. As long as I can survive, then we should just be fine. But for sure... Oh... For sure, those boss passes that I mentioned, I think they're just crucial for this fight. They're so helpful for making the fight easier. I think this is one of the best possible decks you can possibly bring into the boss. If we got any of the multiple boss relics, any of the upgrading boss relic, any of the normal boss relics that I like here, just any one of those would have made this fight a lot easier. Instead, we had to find damage by removing our refresh from the board, which is just so painful. I'm just gonna I can't really loot. Yeah, even if I misclick, I still win. Yeah, even if I misclick, I still win. As long as I don't just backspace shoot Rebel, that's the only thing I could do. But yeah, we just managed to get so much gold. I just like I like being able to read the passives. I find that much better than the other screen. So yeah, this deck is just insane. Rubble is still very good into Area 3. It's one of the best ways to get damage with Rubble, because obviously Summoning Circle into Rubble, you can get so much damage off that, so good. And then the Echo to just constantly keep up the damage throughout the rest of the fight. As we saw here, it's really good. You get a lot of damage. Usually you're meant to have some kind of multiplicative factor. The fact that we just had +0/+5 as our not so multiplicative factor is really unfortunate. Even just an Echo 10 there would have been insane, right? Like, that's just boosting it slowly over time, but it's going to add up a lot. I was hoping that the potion pool upgrading thing could have worked. Maybe I should have shot it more on the other map, since we did have a good slime after all. And obviously refresh perspective, which was amazing. But talk about amazing, our greed this run was just amazing. Obviously Reflosser Stone was kind of garbage. Was solid, but did basically nothing compared to the real stars of the run, Navigation Inflation plus Spooky. I really wasn't expecting Spooky to do that much, like, ever. But just having Navigation Inflation really just allow us to do a lot. There were a lot of fights we just managed to greed on, which is sick. Oh, and then we also have music if we do this. But we were just tanky enough for this run. Being able to not get our max HP reduced earlier was just a massive deal, because Intentional Oboe, when I can find it, I have actually been trying to look, there we go, is just an absolutely insane relic. The fact that it prevents the health reduction from those slimes is insane. They probably reduce 2 max HP on High Brucey though, don't they, which is wild. It's a massive amount. But yeah, popping on for the healing is just insane. And then we had Slimy Salve as well, which I definitely wouldn't want to try the run without both of them, because it made a pretty huge difference. Just being able to heal up immediately, I feel like was probably necessary. But yeah, we missed on our boss passes. I really would have liked to see different boss passes this run. All of the boss passes we got, I'd say, were either good to can be good. No, that's not even true. Heavy Hand I think is good. The others, nah, I would not even call them could be good. Most of the time you're just not going to want them. If you don't have good greed, you know, like that 50 gold option is looking mighty tempting. But we had really good greed this run. Okay, I think that's pretty much all I want to say. The ambidextrous was super nice. I think adding on that last echo to my deck was a wise idea too. So yeah, let's just heal up and pop the intangible just to finish off. Awesome. Great stuff. And ooh, nice, I got that 50 Spinventor points. That's actually a big deal, because I want to make sure to collect the new Spinventor for all the new enemies. Max out the bestiary after all. But yeah, that was just really, really nice. What do you max HP? I really did need those max HP boosts, eh? Really did not hit a lot of the stuff I was hoping to hit for. A lot of the times I was trying to go for rare relics. I was just trying to like boost refresh options, for example, especially in Area 4. It just didn't happen. The boss passes, I did not find what I expected. But yeah, actually that wasn't even 48 health, because we also had Frog Amulet, which was definitely a nice boost, because I did add more than a few orbs to my deck, especially after the point where I got Frog Amulet. But yeah, I wanted to try Memo Multi-Ball or upgrading Generator or Generator Multi-Ball, or a combination of all three of them. I think that all three of them sound very interesting in the final boss, especially the Generator ones. The Memo was definitely more of a meme. You really need to hit 2 multiple boss relics and preferably also Summoning Circle. And then I think we can have a nice little chat about it. It might actually be really good. Like, it really doesn't sound too bad, just because Memo is really good tempo. And then the scaling is actually reasonably real, and as I said, the multiple boss relics are a really big deal. But yeah, didn't manage to hit either of those. I did have half of the Memo build, obviously, but it just wasn't worth pursuing. And then we just didn't hit the stuff that I wanted for Generator. We had like the Summoning Circle and some of the upgrading. None of the upgrading stuff that I was expecting. I imagine it looking like you hit 2 multiple boss relics and the upgrading one. And that just sounds beautiful to me. Because then you get to spam proc the entire board, like basically every single turn is the plan, once the fight's gone on long enough, which should be pretty fast, I think, with at least 2 multiple boss relics, maybe 1 is a lot slower, eh? But then you're just getting so much upgrading, and most importantly of all, main reason why I like it is you're popping those pegs, and as we saw, popping them a circle peg in particular is just so important. You just can't have your max health being drained ridiculously fast. Only losing 5 max HP here at multiple points during that final battle is definitely what won me this run.